All right, guys, I'm having a shifting issue. I think it's like into third gear, about 30 miles an hour. It doesn't want to shift, so then I just got to stop it, put it in a park. So everything points to the TEHCM, the transmission control module. They've got these little reed switches in there, and they're covered by a little piece of plastic. And when that plastic cracks, well, it doesn't work as good. So we got to try to take that out, because if you get the one that's not in your car, it has to be programmed and you can't drive with it. So if you replace it at your house to save a few $100, you still got to get it towed to somebody that will reprogram it or have somebody come out. But they do have a repair kit, and some of the videos I watched show that that's successful. I'm going to show you how to get to it and then take it out and repair it. So this will be the full process. First thing we're going to do is take out the battery box. You got to remove your clips. Flip this up out of the way. So you got clips right here that you got to pop off. They can sometimes be a pain in the butt. So, but once you get those off, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this lead right here, and we're going to take off both our battery cables from the battery, because we're going to have to remove the battery. All right, guys, you just take these off. The reason we got to take this one off is because eventually we got to get down in there. So it's not like we're just taking off the battery. We're preparing for other work that we got to do, guys. Okay, if we were just changing out the battery, we wouldn't have to take that off. But because we're doing more, we gotta getting ready to do more. All right, and then there's clips on the side of this thing. They can be they can be a pain in the butt to get off. So we just use the screwdriver to bend the edges of those up. So now you can see the clip on them right there. Now we got to take out that so that we can actually get the battery out, and then we'll just take the battery box out. So just a couple bolts there. All right, guys, just those 4 bolts, and I just lost one of them, just like that. Got that out of there. Now we gotta take this out. Just keep going down. All right, guys, I'm also going to take off the wheel and the wheel well. So you can see it right down there. It's got the plug attached to it. You got to take that whole front thing off. So you just want as much access as you can get. So we're going to come in through here as well. So just the better you can reach it, the better you can look at it. It's going to be a lot easier. I'll be honest with you guys, this is my first time doing it, but there's no really good videos on there, so I'm going to try to take this information and create a good video. All right, guys, so we got it off. This is the piece we got to get to and get off. We got the plug in there that we got to get to, and we got to get it off. All right, guys, there's the cover. I just kind of make a diagram of it so I know. See if I can follow the bolts. Just want to let you know, like, you can get these from the wheel well. These are all pretty easy to see from the wheel well. And then on the bottom, these 3 you get from the top. And then if you go under, you can get all of these from underneath the car way easier. And if it's light, if you got light, you can see those pretty easy. I doubt I'm going to be able to show you, but I will attempt to. So as you can see, you got all these right here and this up here. Don't forget this one right there. There's one right there that's kind of hidden with the light. Yeah, you can see up there pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up. I actually reach my hand through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get them all. And then the 3 across the top. You got this one right here, this one right here, this one, and then just keep going up. You know, so it's actually, if you got good light, if you do it in the light, you really can get to them a lot easier. Just draining it as I take it off. Right up there is one that has a stud on it. The only reason I'm really showing that is in case you take them all off and don't get it back on time and remember where to put that. All the other screws so far, all the other bolts look to be the same, so it doesn't really matter which one goes where. We're just gonna keep taking this thing off. Supposedly what we're looking for is underneath there. All right, guys, got all the bolts out. So I popped off this top part. I had to pop this out. I'm gonna get underneath this thing and see if I can get it off, get it out, slide it out. All right. So you got to pull the bottom out first, and then you got to pull the top past this. This thing doesn't come out. I mean, if it did, this whole job would have been easier. And I was able to squeeze it past some wiring and stuff. Now I just gotta get it the rest of the way, but I think it's just gonna be messing with it to get it out. We got this out. 11 screws. I'm gonna flip it over to the side that you're dealing with. Obviously that's where the plug is. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 screws, and this thing comes out. You got to pop the 3 connectors off. It's just push it, pull it out, and it pops over. Pull it out, pops over that little bump right there. Pull it out, it pops over that little bump. Back and forth, and then I put my my little socket on there. Got a little socket wrench. All right, guys, we're back at it. We got it out. All right, so you just want to be careful. Now, here's what you're going to see on the back side. Oh, nice little. Now look at this one right here. Look at that. You can tell how different it is. This one's smooth up against the piece, and you can tell these two are messed up, and that's why I wasn't shifting. I mean, you can see how this one even, I mean, you can see how it's moving. It's just broken. And then on this one, you can see a little crack right there by my screwdriver head. So it's messed up too, but you can see I could probably leave that one. I'm just going to replace all 4 of them. We bought the kit off of eBay. So I'm going to go over doing this as well, and then we'll reinstall it. And I will tell you exactly which screws go in which one, like long or short, long or short, long or short, long or short. All right, let's see if we can make it happen. I'll keep videotaping the progress. All right, guys, we already kind of talked about how this one's messed up. I'm going to start on this one in case I don't have enough. I mean, we don't want to really scratch anything or break anything. I've already got in the kit that it comes with, you know, has those rubber and it has the thing, so we can kind of see what that looks like. All right, guys, so you saw how I got this little piece off, but these things are big, so you've got to get, you can't really see it, but the other part of it's right there. So I gotta get this out without, you can see it kind of turning. I gotta get this out without ruining this little pressure switch. So this is really the, I would say, the harder part here, just trying to get this little piece out. So problem is if you damage that piece. Okay, so I got this hook one and it worked out perfect. So now I can put in a new one, and getting the new one in wasn't that bad. Just kind of cup it in there. You don't want to get it dirty like I am. You probably want to be on a nice clean workbench so you don't get any impurities in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cup it. You're going to bend it like this. Cup it in there. So now I got it cupped in there. And I got it kind of underneath that ledge. Now I'm just going to use my tool to do the rest of the way. Now we're just going around it. And finally we got it to pop in there. Now our tool is in there, getting it all settled out, nice and good. All right, on to the next part. All right, guys, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your tool that goes kind of in here like this. You're gonna put that piece in there, okay? And then you're gonna put this piece just to get your little rubber coupling and put on there. And then you're just gonna take this and push it in there. Try to get it as even as possible. You can see I did not get it even. Okay. All right. So now it's in there. Gonna put it in there. Then you're just gonna, and hopefully it pops right in there, right? It did not. I didn't get it all the way in there. So, try it again. You know it's not in there if you can just pull it out. It's definitely gotta be in there. Alright, so it does stand up a little bit more. You can see how that's one of the ones I replaced. So, you know, I think I am getting it in there, and I just wasn't feeling like I got it in there, but it definitely looks in there, and I can't pull it out. So I think the key is, you know, you just, you know, if it's in there, it's in there. I'm gonna cup it down, put it in there, try to get it underneath there. Mine kind of stands up just like this, but once you start going around, it does bubble up just a little bit there, but it kind of sits down in there all right with no issues. So that one's all the way in there. Gonna load up. Load up our thing. See if this one will go good. It's definitely in there. Load this up. Man, it would be a lot better if I could load them up evenly, you know. All right, so I got it loaded up. Gonna put it in there. Gonna get it down as far as I can get it down. Push and pull. Again, I feel like she's in there. That one definitely feels in there. That one feels really good. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do them all. Change my mind. All right, guys, I got them all in there. They're just slightly higher than the other ones were when they were sitting in there. Now, guys, I'm just gonna slide it back in there. This part came out pretty easy, so it's gonna go back in pretty easy. All right, we're just gonna put these screws in, guys. So I'm 91.3% sure this is the bolt makeup. So I think we're good. All right, guys, there's the cover. I just kind of make a diagram of it so I know. See if I can follow the bolts and just shove it back down in there. Yeah, I got that on there pretty good. I just went through and retightened all the bolts, I basically just made it as tight as this would go, kind of star patterned it like you put on a tire, just kind of kept going back and forth. And then I put my my little socket on there. Got a little socket wrench, and then I just hand tightened everything from there. So I hope that works, and you guys will know at the end of this. I think if you do everything right, it's gonna work. I just don't know doing that repair kit on there if I did a great job or not. So I guess we'll see. All right guys, we started her up. Good news is does go into reverse. Nice. Goes back into drive. Nice. So hey, we got at least first gear in reverse, so we did two things right. I put 5 quarts transmission fluid. It does say it takes 6.1, so it works, guys. It does work if you do it right. I don't know if I did everything right, but it does work. You can do it. It is possible to fix the TEHCM in your Cadillac, so you can do it. If I can do it, I'm the worst mechanic of all. You can do it, and you can do it better. So get after it. Good luck. It can be done. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Hopefully this video helps you with all the bolts. There's 2 other videos on YouTube, and they're not. This is going to be the best one, obviously. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.